Hello Aquarians, we are doing your January General Life Oracle reading, and we're going to be utilizing the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle as our main deck. But first, as we do, we're going to look at the overall overarching energies that we'll be working through in the month of January. Alright, so for January, so we'd say January 5th to February 5th for our Aquarian friends. What's happening in their life in January? What are the energies that they will be working through? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Okay. All right. So the first cards we have is Surprise, Surprise, Illuminate, Fear, and Balance. All right. So we'll look at we'll lay out all the cards. We'll lay all the cards on the table, and then I'll do the reading. Let's see. For January, what do our Aquarian friends need to surrender in order to improve their life? Surrender to outdated beliefs about yourself, Aquarians. Let's see. Oh. Surrender to success. Yay. All right, we'll take that. Take that, right? Oh, there's some two messages here. Oh my goodness, you got some things going on, Aquarians. Alright, so I wasn't expecting all these cards. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself, surrender to success, surrender your belief in scarcity, and surrender denial. It's quite interesting. I'm going to have to, I wasn't expecting all of these cards, so I'm going to have to move them. So we have room for my Mildred Payne Secret Pocket. Okay. Now, let's see, for abundance for January for Aquarians, what will Aquarians be dealing with or facing or confronting in the area of abundance in January? What will they be confronting in January? We have Flower, Spider, Ladder. And what else do we have? Double Ladder. Ooh. I'll tell you guys more about my double ladder in just a moment. Alright, what tools will Aquarians be utilizing in the month of January to bring about more abundance and balance into their life and well-being? So abundance is not just about money, it's about overall well-being as well. And you want abundance in that too, I'm sure. Okay, these are the tools that we're looking at for Aquarians for January. For abundance, for bringing about more abundance. What tools can Aquarians who are watching this video utilize? And okay, Dove. And then finally the outcome cards. What ends up happening at the conclusion of January, and what will Aquarians be either leaving behind in January or taking forth into February. Okay. Interesting. Prophet, fire. Any other messages here? Okay, let's get started. This is an exciting reading. So in terms of overall overarching energies, we have surprise, illuminate, fear, and balance. There's a surprise that happens maybe at the beginning of the month, or maybe like, say, almost towards the middle part of the month of January for you. And it helps to illuminate some things, some fears that you may have about yourself, fears about your future, fears about whether or not this endeavor or project that you've started will be a success. You're really worried, and it's causing undue stress for you, this fear. And it actually starts off your month a little bit rocky, because normally you would expect to start off your year feeling really solid and secure, and overall you are stable and solid and secure, but there's these fears that maybe you've invested in something that's not going to pan out, or fears that maybe your job is not so solid and secure, or fears that that you are out of balance. But fortunately, this illumination that's happening is also about your own sudden insights, your own intuitive guidance to help you navigate through this, and you will bring about balance as you go into the middle part of January towards the end of January into February. A sense of balance is restored, whereas before in December into January you were feeling a little bit off kilter, like you've had so much to juggle and so much to balance and keep up in the air. By the middle part of January into February, you start to feel a sense of balance and a sense of peace and resolve, that things are starting to move in a much easier way. I'm going to actually go into these cards before we go into the Mildred Payne, because we'll be touching upon these cards as we look at these cards in a moment. It says surrender outdated beliefs about yourself, Aquarius. And so some of you have some outdated beliefs about what you can and can't accomplish, and all these limiting beliefs about yourself. It's time to let those go, because they're blocking your blessings. It says let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. So, and then this ties right next to surrender to success. Whatever the question is, or whatever the concern that you come to this reading with, that like a project or a job or aspect of your job or aspect of your career that you've been working on diligently and investing in, and you're wondering what's going to happen, surrender to success of it. Okay? It says you are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities this month. Okay? And again, this layers onto this one. That's why I love the double ladders. Surrender your belief in scarcity, Aquarius. Not only are you having some outdated beliefs about yourself, some limiting beliefs even, you have some beliefs in scarcity that needs to be surrendered. It says the universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance this month. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Wow. Okay. And then finally, surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are, Aquarius, without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So something that you are facing is difficult, maybe a relationship with a partner who has issues, whether it's issues, whatever kind of issue, emotional issues, substance issues, addictive pattern issues. Perhaps it's you surrendering denial about how difficult it's been to get a project off the ground. And now you're finally accepting how difficult it is, but now, saying, you know what, I'm accepting it for what it is, and I'm moving forward anyway. I'm moving on. So let's go into the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle reading. So we have the flower card. So in January for Aquarians, we have beauty, kindness, gifts being bestowed upon you. People saying beautiful, kind words about you. Or maybe on social media, or maybe to your face, or maybe they're just appreciating the beauty that you are. They're appreciating the beauty that you put out. So be grateful for that, Aquarians, because people never tire of your beauty. Isn't that awesome? That's awesome. And as a result, you have blossoming abilities of potential in your life. So build upon that. With that being said, we have the Spider card. The Spider card is strong. It's about carefully designing one's life. This is you. You've been doing that. Aquarians are really good about carefully thinking about their life, designing their life. And so you've already put in some work here. And now you're starting to reap the benefits of that. But you're also still needing to continue to design your life. It's always an ever-evolving process of discernment and making sure that what you designed previously is still in alignment with where you're trying to go now. And so with the ladder sitting next to this, it tells me that you're going up, up, up. Okay, with the Spider. This is about strong and powerful female energies, about that receptivity. Being in that receptive yin energy where you are recepting the gifts that the universe is bestowing on you now. But it's been difficult. You've been scared. Sometimes when we have fear, we're fearing not just failure. That's obviously a real fear, but we're fearing what would it be like to be successful? What would it be like to be so busy that you don't know what to do with yourself and how to get things done? Are you scared of that? Is that a real possibility for you now? Are you starting to realize that maybe you're not as in balance as you thought you were or you need to be in order to be your next level of success? You're at one level and now you need to go to the next level with the second ladder card. You know, the ladder card is about high achievements. It's about overcoming obstacles and stepping up in life. So you've overcome some obstacles recently in the past, and you're currently overcoming some this month even, in terms of trying to get something off the ground, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a project, whether it's a YouTube channel, whether it's some other kind of job or project you're trying to do, or something in your career. You've been working on it, and you're finally going to get recognized for the hard work that you've been putting in to step up in life, to have your spider be able to climb up in life, right? The tools that you'll be utilizing in the month of January, we have the Lighthouse card. Oh, how I love the Lighthouse. The Lighthouse is the strength. You have strength to weather any storm that comes about. This in the beginning of the month and probably up until like the first week into the second week. I know we're basically, the first week is over, but let's just say first week going into second week, you're feeling like you've been through a storm, but you have the strength to weather it. That's what this Lighthouse card is about. Something or someone is here to help you navigate through troubled times. And as a result of these troubled times, you have spiritual growth. You have real spiritual growth after this. This not only advances you and pushes you further in your life this month, this time period in your life of what's all manifesting this month for you, but it also is a powerful time for spiritual growth for you. So just be aware of that. That finally, yeah, you know, with the lighthouse, sometimes when it illuminates, it can only illuminate certain parts of the sea. You can't possibly see everything that needs to be seen, but you don't need to. You have the strength to just get enough information that you need to scan, like, you know, the lighthouse would illuminate, and then take that information and move on and get to safety. Next up in the tools card, we have the key. And the key in the tools position is about maybe, you know, unlocking the door, or just unlocking your potential. In some instances, it's keeping something safe, but be careful to keep things too safe, because sometimes that keeping too safe, you start to be in that scarcity mode, withholding, being stingy. But this is also saying, you have doors that are needing, that you've now been given the key to open these doors. And yeah, you can be fearful. You see how she's walking down this hallway, and there's these different hands coming, but there's different doors that you can unlock now. But you can't be afraid. You have to just go ahead and go on through it. There's something in your life that's got you kind of scared. But you know what they say about that. You know, if it wasn't a little bit scary to you, maybe it's not that big of a blessing that you're needing to manifest. So for you to have fear as you walk down that path, well, walk down the path anyway and unlock the door. We have 12 for hand. The hand card, giving or receiving help this month. Again, maybe you need some help. Maybe you need to talk to a close friend or confidant about your fears, about how you've been feeling lately. So you can just make sure you're doing all right, and people can make sure you're doing all right. Because sometimes, you know, you just need a friend to help, and it's okay to accept and receive help. It helps you to bring more balance in your life, more fun in your life. You need that. Don't forget that. And also, this is saying that many of you are using your own hands, your own skills for your greater purpose this month. So that's exciting for many of you. You're like actively doing the work that you've been desiring and wanting to do for so long. And now you're starting to do what you love to do on a more regular basis. Congratulations for some of you there. And then we have the Dove cards, which is typically about keeping the hope, keeping peace, trying to remain harmonious, even though you may be fearful, even though you may be a little stressed, even though there's surprises this month. Not bad surprises, but nevertheless surprises coming about. Keep your peace anyway. You know, this is also a time of prosperity and abundance for you. And that's really awesome, okay? So just appreciate it. Dwell on the good health you're going to have. Many of you are going to feel this is the strongest and healthiest you've felt in a long time. Some of you are even exercising again, getting back on track with taking care of yourself in good health. You're just overall having strong, good health and well-being. Like I would say towards like the middle part of January going on into February. In terms of the outcome card, what we have here, let's scoot these down just a smidge. We have the ribbon card. The ribbon card is, so at the end of the month, at the conclusion of January to February, we have happy times. Festivities being, you know, happening. It's maybe some of you are celebrating birthdays even at the end of the month, or not some of you. Well, yeah, some of you maybe, actually, and maybe starting at the beginning of February when I think about it. What am I saying? Some of you will be in celebratory mode for your birthday, which is awesome. Some of you will be receiving gifts, you know, just because gifts, and some are birthday gifts. Others are starting to feel hopeful at the end of the month, where, you know, whereas you may have had some fears, wondering, you know, some scarcity, worrying about, you know, just, you know what scarcity is about. We won't even have to dwell on that, but just kind of fretting and worrying. No more of that. With the Pop It card, this is about someone having control over something or someone, or feeling like, you know, someone was having control or the upper hand in a situation with you or with them, whether it's at work or in your private life. And it's just calling to you to take a look at that. Sometimes you're going to just have to accept people as they are, whether it's a relative or even your partner, and just kind of meet them where they are, and then try to work on communication from that point, and really try to just be an advocate for yourself, but don't have to be on the attack mode, and that you remain, you know, an advocacy over yourself, and that you, what's the word, a full agency of yourself. Don't just give over your power to other people just because you're just tired or whatever. You have to hold full agency, whether you're a parent or a lover or a worker or a boss or what have you. Full agency, remember that. 17 is about fire. The fire card is about passion, creativity. So this month you are on fire with your passion and creativity, and people can see it and appreciate it, and you're blessed for it this month in terms of monetary as well as people admiring you and following suit, and you're inspiring to other people. That sometimes that it comes at a cost. Your family members are getting burned by the fact that you spend so much time working on your passion pursuits but not so much time on other things. Try to have balance, okay, Aquarians? Balance. And then finally, 58, we have the Saturn card. Yes, you will be overcoming some adversities, and you will have to deal with some hardships this month, but I'm confident that you will. Some of you are even having to deal with some kind of, authority figures, or trying to just keep, like I said, some kind of control situation going on, where you have to kind of struggle with that, or struggle with like some kind of yang or male dominance situation. But in the end, you work it out, and it hopefully it works out. We'll see how February goes. But again, that could all be because you've been feeling out of balance, and the people closest around you are out of whack and out of balance too. And maybe once you bring balance into your life, everything else around you will as well. All right, my dears, thank you so much for watching. So much love to you. Happy birthday for those who have January birthdays. All right, bye.